Hey guys, Joe here, the guy who asks, is Wolfie okay? And I'm here to talk about UFC Fight Night, Spann versus Krylov, which, fun fact, it didn't happen. Nikita Krylov, I've heard both, but he pulled out last second against Ryan Spann, so we have a new last second main event, Andre Muniz and Brendan Allen. So, enough talk. Let's get to the fights. We got this impromptu main event. Andre Muniz, very good grappler, a stifling top game, and I think his striking's pretty not bad. Brendan Allen, on the other hand, he's had momentum, and then it just randomly will taper off because of a stoppage loss, and then he'll get momentum back, another stoppage loss. A good striker, good power, good solid power, and I think he as well has a bright future in this division. And the fight opens up early on. It looks like Brendan Allen actually hurts Andre Muniz with a right hand, but Muniz takes his momentum back. He starts off with a spinning back kick, and he starts trying to get things going with the striking, and I thought he was taking momentum back with it. He does fail to get a takedown. There was an accidental eye poke in there, but I do give the first round to Muniz, as I thought he kind of stole it with how he had brought the momentum back after Allen kind of started off pretty smooth and pretty aggressive with it. And the second round, Allen's putting the pressure on him again. He ends up stuffing a takedown. He reverses, and for basically the rest of the round, he's just kind of controlling from top position. Okay. Third round, Muniz landing pretty good shots early. He busts open, Brendan Allen, he busts him open. He's bleeding. But he does get taken down, and it's instantly inside control. From here, Brendan Allen just kind of moving on top. Eventually, he takes the back, gets the choke. It's over. He taps out Andre Muniz, the man who owns Jacare's arm back at the house. It was a kind of an exciting fight. I didn't think the second round was great, but exciting fight. It wasn't bad at all. I honestly never expect great things when I hear the main event is pulled out and replaced for another. I just feel like I'm being set up to fail. But this was, for an impromptu main event, this was pretty good. But I didn't hate this. It's definitely interesting, I think, because both these guys, I think we could see in 2-3 years, top 10 ranked. I don't think that's out of the question, and I think that's interesting. I think you want to kind of see these guys with big upside now, so they're acclimated to the fans, and we kind of go, oh yeah, I like that guy. I thought even though he lost, I like him, or he won, I like him. Okay, so whenever they start kind of moving up, making these improvements, making these adjustments, and maybe they make something happens with them, we're right there. We're like, yeah, we get to be that. We get to be that fan who's been here the entire time. I had that with Robert Whittaker because I liked him on the season of Tough he was on, and I loved him knocking out Colton Smith because I did not like Colton Smith in Tough. So I was a fan of his fight with, oh no, I'm going to forget his name. Clint Hester, I believe. It was in Australia on the first Michael Bisping Luke Rockhold match. It was awesome. That fight is so good. And I was like, dude, the Reaper Whittaker, he's at middleweight. I want to see how this goes. I'm going to stay on this bandwagon. And now, he's probably the baddest dude at middleweight, I think. So it's definitely interesting. I think it's always kind of interesting to see in a division like this, which is super top heavy. There's 3 guys, maybe 2.5 if you agree with the idea that Pereira's can just get taken down by anybody. And that's this division kind of needs help.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever.
But now in our new co-main event, because the prior fight was supposed to be the co-main event, we have Augusto Sakai taking on the training partner of John Jones, Don'Tale Mayes. And Mayes coming off what is originally a split decision win, and I gotta read this name, against Abdel Wahab. I think I nailed it. Oh, proud of myself. But his Abdel Wahab actually popped hot afterwards. If you haven't seen that fight, the fight's actually pretty good. It's interesting. They both kind of gas out, but it was like, oh, okay, it's not bad. But he had 2 straight wins before that, so, kind of keeping I guess you keep that streak revitalized. I don't know how that works, the logistics of it. But Augusto Sakai, on the other hand, he was an up-and-coming prospect. He was doing really well. I think he was ranked 10 on a 5-fight winning streak in the UFC. He gets his first main event. It's against Alistair Overeem. He loses in the 5th round by stoppage. I think it was like really early into the 5th round, if I remember correctly, just from ground and pound. He got taken down, just elbowed, punched in, kind of slapped on. It was, it happens. Then he lost his next 3, all by stoppage. And so he's kind of not, he's fighting for his job, maybe even career here. Because some of those finishes were kind of wild. There was Rosenstruck, Pavlovich, and I think in the middle of those was Tai Tuivasa, if I remember correctly. Kind of a big fall from not so much grace, but like, oh, you could have, you were like a new name in the heavyweights. We need this. Just kind of fall down, So Sakai comes out looking to throw some low kicks, being aggressive with it, and trying to tie up when he can. He kind of just wants to holly home for the fight, kind of clinch up Dante Mills and just press him to the cage, or Mays. Mays is also tries pressing him to the cage a lot of clinching in this fight. Spoiler warning. He does get caught in the front headlock a couple times, takes some knees. And at the end of the round, Sakai gets a drop with a low kick. So, always like that. Sakai round. But second round, Sakai just holly homes him. That's a verb, as far as I'm concerned. It's a verb and an adjective to holly home somebody. Just press him against the cage and just hold him. Whatever. He'll be fine. It's an effective strategy in MMA. Not trying to hate on anybody who looks to employ that strategy. Just saying, MMA is like a competition first, I think, and entertainment second. So but the entertainment side is second, and that is entertaining. That's just me personally. That's my little opinion on that, and why I kind of make a little joke at it. But I do respect, win by any way you can, legally, of course. Third round, Sakai is gassed, and he's still trying to get the fight against the cage. He kind of gets an on and off, and that's basically the whole fight. Just kind of trading positions and clinch. Mays had a spinning elbow at the end. That was kind of nice. He was definitely kind of maybe like, oh, maybe I need to get a finish here. But I also kind of had that round for Sakai. Decision win for him. And, heavyweights, man. This is what it is. Apex heavyweight fight. We see this all the time, sadly, at this point. But now we have the fight I was really excited for. The big fight for me was the return of Tatiana Suarez. A super wrestler. Like, people call her the female Habib. It is awesome. Just crazy aggressive wrestler, and she's taking on Montana De La Rosa. So out the gate, immediately goes in, clinches up in the middle, presses De La Rosa to the cage, huge takedown. From here, domination on the ground. De La Rosa does get back up, and Suarez is just still on her, never let go of her, basically. Can't shake her, just landing knees in the clinch when she can, up close against it, just kind of hold her against the cage for the rest of the round. But hey, after a long time off, we're back in. It's pretty awesome. And second round, another just quick takedown for Suarez. Immediately gets in the side control. From here, big ground and pound. De La Rosa tries to get up. Suarez is still on top of her. Guillotine choke. It's over. And now the terrifying wrestling finisher that is Tatiana Suarez is back. And I'm really excited to see what happens with this. So I think she's an interesting wrinkle to any division right now. She was a strawweight primarily, but this fight was at flyweight. So I guess we're going to see. At strawweight, she had wins over recently current champion, Carla Esparza. She finished her on the ground, just ground and pound. And just finishes everybody, it feels like. If you can't stop the takedown, she's going to get on top and she's going to beat you up. And good luck stopping the takedown. But that's really it for the rest of the card. The only other thing of note I really have here is Jordan Levitt got a finish with a tie clinch. Literally, tie plum, knee, drops him, TKO. Wild. I mean, I don't think anyone saw that one coming. I wasn't expecting that, at least. But hey, man, good job. Other than that, there was, I forget the name of it. I will admit I didn't write it down, but there was a bite on the finger in the undercard, on the prelims. And he won the fight. Even though he got a point taken away, he won the fight. Definitely getting some Mike Kyle vibes from that. Haunting stuff. But I will be back next week, though, to recap UFC 285. And if you really want to see more of me, if you I know. I miss you guys. You guys miss me. I understand. I know I'll be back next week, but it's a long time. 7 days is a while. So you can go to the main channel, and you can check me out where I'm doing the retro review series. We have a whole playlist for it. It's great. I always plug it, like it's like my job or something. But genuinely, I love doing them, and I love them. We always have really good fan reception, it seems like, to them. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. I actually am building up a pretty decent-sized collection of events that I've covered. It's always really cool when you on the preview show, which we just did. That'll be coming out soon. I mentioned, I've actually covered his entire title reign at this point. I've covered this major rivalry, both of them. It's kind of cool building up a catalog coming up. But I'm Joe with the INC, and thank you for watching.